สวัสดีค่ะมาเด้อกินผลไม้กันจ้ามาจ้ารอบดึกจ้ายินข่าวว่าพี่น้องล็อกดาวน์มันล็อกดาวน์จ้ะ
Well, we some early signs that it has been. It was great hearing those reports from people explaining just how carefully they have observed all the rules during the fire break period, and because of because of the efforts everybody across Wales, the early signs are that the fire break has been effective. It's what happens next that is really important now, and keeping up the efforts that we've all made to get the most out of what we will have achieved over the last 17 days.
And what more do you have in your armoury if it hasn't worked? Are you looking at things like hyper-local lockdowns and city-wide testing, for example?
Well, yes, we're by no means out of the repertoire of things that we can do. We set these out in our winter plan earlier in the autumn. And it does include things like hyper-local actions where we know the cause of a local flare-up. But the key thing is to take the advice of the people we heard in those earlier reports, for people to be cautious in what they do, to think hard about who they meet, where they travel. There's so much more we need to do together, and provided people are willing to do that, then we will build on everything that's been achieved in the last 17 days, and that will see a pathway for us from here through to Christmas.
First Minister, you've talked a lot today about common rules for Christmas across the UK. How are you going to achieve that?
Well, I'm hopeful that we will have a meeting later this week between the UK government, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, and that the only item on the agenda for that meeting will be a common plan for Christmas. We will come with ideas, information, things that we will have learned during our fire break period. I'm sure the other administrations will do as well. And that will mean that we will have a richer pool of ideas that we can draw on together and then fashion a common plan across the United Kingdom. We've got ideas how we can make Christmas work for people while still recognizing that we will be in a public health emergency.
จะออกกำลังกายอยู่เด้อค่ะ
We've heard very good news about a vaccine.
ออกกำลังกายอยู่
The UK government is ordering 40 million doses. Where are we in Wales with that? How many doses will we get? And will we get them before Christmas?
We'll get our population
ให้พ่อใหญ่บ่ออกกล้องเพิ่นมาออกกล้องมื้อวังกินแล้วก็พอแล้ว
further success in a trial. So there's still further ground that has to go before this vaccine genuinely becomes available.
พี่น้องสิบอกว่ากินคนเดียวกันสิบ่เด้อค่ะกินคือกันแล้วกับข้าวบางเที่ยโอ้โอเคขอสิกินอันนี้แล้วปอกแอปเปิ้ลให้พ่อใหญ่
We'll be bringing you all the news on who's heading to Gwynedd Castle.
Yes, I'll be revealing the I'm a Celeb campmates set to battle it out for this year's crown.
And Ruth's here too. Not exactly the jungle tropics for this year's contestants.
Not necessarily, no, although the weather had a good go over the weekend, just shy of 19 Celsius. So more to come for the details in a few minutes.
But first, as we emerge from lockdown, we'll be exploring how the pandemic could be a catalyst for change here in Wales. There are certainly challenges. The Welsh economy is shrinking, unemployment rising, with the young twice as likely to be furloughed and less likely to have savings to fall back on. But there are also opportunities as people and businesses adapt. This week, our work and economy correspondent Carol Green will be looking at the impact of the virus on our lives and on our livelihoods, starting with the challenges COVID has created.
Across Wales, in every home, on every street, in every community, COVID is changing how we live and how we work. It's a catalyst, bringing new challenges and new opportunities, which will
กิน
shape
ข้าวแล้วก็กิน
Wales
ผลไม้
for
เนาะ
generations to come.
ให้มันปวนท้อง
is 3.5, and he's just started primary school in the afternoons now. He's enjoying it. So he's loads of new friends, and my youngest has just turned 1 the other week, so he's
หมูจะขายแล้วโควิดเนี่ยแต่ว่าเป็นอีหยังโรคอีหยังเขาเนาะ
And
เกิดมาก็บ่เคยพ่อเคยเห็นดอกพี่น้อง
are juggling work and home life. But this year is different. COVID has claimed tens of thousands of Welsh jobs, including Anhad's. She was a sales assistant at Peacock's, but the clothing chain has gone bust, leaving her out of work.
When I was due to get back into work, she told me, oh, you're going to be on furlough because we have no shops open anymore. But it's really hard to keep your mortgage and get it up if you have no work coming in.
At the minute, I'm maintaining caravans on other caravan sites. But
อย่าลืมกดติดตามกดซับตะไคร้ให้แน่เด้อ
due to this COVID, and we've been advised to seek other income type of thing. For example, universal credit. I hope to dear God it doesn't happen, but as soon as the business shuts down, I will be out of work, and I'll have to seek.
ไปกดเบิ่งพี่น้องอยู่แต่กดเบิ่งผู้นั้นแน่ผู้นี้แน่เนาะเพราะว่าช่วงนี้มันเบิ่งได้อยู่บ่ได้เฮ็ดงาน
Wages on the picturesque Llŷn Peninsula are some of the lowest